What's up, dudes? Kublai Khan here, and welcome back to Faster Than Light Thought Diary. So, today's, this one's a little bit of an emotional one. I was just, like, practicing it, and it's like, it kind of builds you up in a way that you don't necessarily like, so this one's gonna be a bit tough for me, but we're gonna get through it. The theme for today is what I'm calling people who just suck. So, people who just suck. Interesting theme to start. Well, we're gonna actually take this moment, because I'm gonna focus on you again. Here's the ship. It's not dead. It's paused. Cool. I want to focus on you for the moment. So people who just suck. These are special people in everyone's lives who I affectionately call this because it's like they just find a way to illogically stab you in the back, where it's just, it doesn't make sense. And that's what I find this is the most common thing, where it's like, why would you do this? What purpose did you have to react that way? It makes no sense to me. What were you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to start with person 1. I'm going to do this way. I'm going to tell you about person 1, then play. Then tell you about person 2, then play. Then tell you about person 3, and then play. And then we'll move back into the moral of the story and that kind of thing. So, first, let's go jump, though. I know I just said it the other way around, but we're going to go jump. Whoop. You know, I think the exit's going to get covered. No, I think this is actually... Oh, no, I think we're good. I think we're good. You know what? You know what? We're going to go to the exit. We're going to take the safe route. We're just going to make the jump, and we're going to be here. You've arrived at a long-range beacon. You're safe. Oh, as soon as you arrive, you receive a Federation encrypted message. Your rebel ship has been terrorizing the local civilians in the system. Please seek and destroy it. Yeah, go looking for the ship. Uh-oh. After too much time spent searching, you're finally able to track him down. You go into the flight pondering just how much start you've lost on the rebel fleet. Oh, fleet pursuit doubled for one jump. Oh, shit. Okay, that's no good. But hey, we can at least take this guy out. Fire first into his shield systems. And, second, fire into his weaponry systems. Alright, so, here's the story of the first person. We're going to call her Jane for the story. Jane and I were in a class together. We had a project that we were both working on. This project was one that required 3 people. We had a study group. And like any good study group, we had to get together and set up plans for things. So I had set up a plan to have the study group get together at a certain location, and I had sent out messages to everybody. And so everybody received the messages and gave me the okay. So upon the arrival of going to the study group, Jane and I arrive. However, the final person did not show. So we're like, oh shit, you know, we can't really get any work done. So I was, you know, so we reach out and we find out that he was like, oh, I misunderstood the message. And so then Jane goes to me and says, this is your fault. Kublai, you made this happen. It is very difficult for me to get here. It is difficult for me to change my whole day for your screw-ups. And I, honestly, was pretty angry. There was a lot more blasphemous language of the fucking kind. And I was pretty pissed. I got kind of angry in response, because I was like, how can I control this person's ability to understand the message? You received the same message and showed up. Clearly it was, you know, clear enough for somebody to figure it out, like yourself. So, you know, her response, I felt, was completely out of line. I got kind of annoyed, and then and the thing is that she got angry and she stormed out, and then so I was in this position where I had to go back and apologize to her, because I was like, I was out of line and stuff, and I was, you know, honestly, I was hoping she would realize that she was like getting angry at me for something out of my control. However, she didn't. She just accepted my apology, said not to do it again, and that was that. We're gonna go to the slug control nebula. Now, we had another situation where this nebula is home to the telepathic slugs. They'd sell their own slime for a crate of scrap, but they much prefer to just take it. Little racism in this game now, ain't it? Anywho's, so when I was working with this girl, there was a couple other times when it was like, hey, could you do this? And she's like, no, I can't, I'm busy or whatnot. And so she was somewhat reliable and did good things and was helpful, but then at times it's just not. And the biggest time that this happened is when we had a paper that we turned in, where all 3 of us in the group split up the paper, and we all had something to write about, and that was our subject matter. We turned it all in, and I honestly did not look at the other people's stuff prior to this paper being turned in. simply because it was like, all right, well, I trust them, you know, which is okay. You know, that's not the crazy thing to do, is trust somebody. So as I did that, I later was going over the other parts and saw that Jane, had left a part that was, as you jump, you immediately see an impressive slug pirate shape with the black raven. Oh, God. Oh, God. They will kill us if we accept the challenge. I know this because I've been killed by them before. However, what if we did a duel of the mind? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we're fighting. Alright. Rockman's now coming in, too. Okay. Okay. Fire into the shields. This might be the end of this part of the Faster Than Light. Anywho's. Hopefully we'll last. Oh, here comes the fighting. Here comes the fighting. I gotta watch closely. Oh God, fights! Defend us! Okay. And you know what? Fishy's still good. Fishy is still good. Fishy now needs to leave to go to... Uh-oh, that needs to be fixed. Alright, Lauren is doing great. We have no power to that. Hopefully nobody shoots. Alright. Lauren's now out. Magmar, you can finish the job. Alright. They're fixing shit. Ooh, he's surrendering. I yield, we are no match for you. Take this and leave us in shame. 76 scrap and a firebomb. Yeah, you know what? We'll accept it. Oh wow, we still have to kill off this final slug though? Whoa. That's pretty extreme. Alright, we did it. Alright, we were good enough. That's nice. So, anyway, we have this final, and I was going through the paper, and I saw there was a part where she had made a mistake, and it was a mistake that was simple enough. Everybody can make, you know, mistakes at times. So it's like, you know what? Hey, I'm just sent her an email and said, I saw you made this mistake. I'm going to go and fix it real quick, send it to the teacher, and say, we'd already missed our deadline, but just go, hey, I found a mistake. Just in case you can still accept it, here, I fixed it, so you can do it. I sent it to the teacher, and the teacher was like, yeah, you know what, that's fine. Like, you already made the time, and we all make mistakes. Don't worry about it. We will happily accept your paper a little late. In fact, we're not even counting it late. You're fine. Nothing happened. So I sent an email to Jane as well, and I get an email back, and Jane's like, what the hell? Kublai, you should have to come to me first when you do this. You just made me look like an idiot. You just ruined our paper. I can't believe you would do this. And I was like, it's a mistake you made. You, like, if you're gonna react this way, at least have it be a mistake that somebody else made. You know, don't jump on it as if it's like, okay, clearly, you know, the person who fixed it is the one at fault. Like, it was one of these things where it didn't, you know, we didn't mention it to the teacher whose part it was. We didn't say anything like that. Just a little part needed to be fixed. And, so that reaction was annoying. And that's where we lead into the next person who, as we check out our crew, as we check out our equipment, firebomb. Explosive device designed to damage crew members and light fires, can target your own ship. Damages systems and crew, but not the hull. Let's see. Normal damage, fire chance high, crew damage 30. Crew damage 30, system damage 2. I like having high system damage. Now, fire is really cool, though. But I like having system damage because it's a direct shot to the shields, which I think is a pretty useful method of attack. Alright, that's a jump, and we will go here, an unvisited location. So as we make our jump, boop, we are, oh man, we have lost our sensor system. Please, your worthy alien highnesses, we are on our seeking asylum. Oh, but weapons immediately spring from their soul. And we have intruders. Oh no, they're taking over Mr. Big. They have mind control. That's not cool. We're going to fire the bomb into their mind control systems first. Followed with burst laser and dual lasers. That's shitty. I don't know if we can, like, do we kill him? Or, I don't want to kill him. Oh god. it kills them. Nice. We fixed it. Oh, God! Oh, that was close. Whew. That was close. Alright. Let's fire the bomb into the shields next. Jeez, that's scary. Oh, man, we're missing. Ion cannons, missiles flying in. We might be losing oxygen in this room, but that's okay. Fire the small bomb into the shield system again. Intruders and board detected again. Alright, we're losing this guy, the Zoltan dude. Nice, we freed him back because we managed to hit their mind control again. Oh crap, this is a scary match. So, second person. I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about the second person. Second person, I was working for a company, and in this company they wanted to move me into a salesy type position. And the salesy type position was one that required some training. So they're like, alright, we're going to put you in the training system. And when you're in the training system, it will take 3 to 6 months for you to get skilled at it. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a plan. I don't really want to do the training, but let's do it. 3 to 6 months go by, and nothing really happens. I reach out and go, hey, why isn't there really anything? Will you accept what is in our stores for exchange in our lives? Yeah. Get out of here, you assholes. We need 180 to really do this. Let's get more energy before we do any of that, though. Fill the oxygen some more. Jump. Alright, so far we're good. We'll just hop a little bit. Jerks. Crazy jerks. Ooh. Man, you jump into the middle of plasma storm, multiple and cap. Brief for them. Yes. Crap. But we get a lot of good shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. People are fixing things. Oh, we're losing air right there. Fleshy! Fleshy, how you doing? You know, Magmar is hurt. I'm gonna send Magmar and Mr. Big over to the medical base. How you doing, Fleshy? Oh, Lauren's losing oxygen here, too. Alright. Oh, we're out of power as much. That's interesting. Because of the plasma storm. Fleshy's doing okay. Lauren's doing okay. She is losing health, though, pretty quick. Alright, her health just stopped falling. Magmar and Joe are good. Let's move them back here. And let's move Fleshy. Oh, we have that door open. I don't need that door open. Let's move Lauren over there. Oh, Fleshy's just fine. Okay, Fleshy, you go back. So, we are in a position, you know, where it's like this training system. And now, basically, I'm going to shorten this story up because there's more things that happened that pissed me off during this process. But basically, at the end of 9 months, so they told me 3 to 6 months, but at the end of 9 months, I finally get a chance to meet the supervisor who had the plan to train me for this salesy position. I go and I meet him, and I was like, hey, let's talk about this. Like, I had all these things I was trying to do with you guys, but I haven't been able to. And he looks me in the eye and he goes, I would never put you in that position. I don't think you have enough experience for it. And it was like, well, then why did you put me in this training system that I didn't really want to do in the first place to do this process? Like, what was the reason for that? And, you know, he kind of was just like, that, you know, these things happen was kind of what it came across. And he's like, but he's like, didn't even recall really, let's see. A heavily dense Federation ship was hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to contact with, they fade into the nebula. Attempt to follow them. Boop, boop. Yeah. Ooh, we got a guy named Notch. I bet he designed Minecraft. I'm not floating too deep in the nebula. Thrilled by the found, they come aboard and abandon the wrecked ship. Nice. How about we put you, Notchy Poop, right there. Ooh, he's a fighter. I like it. I like it a lot. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know what? We'll pop here. We're going to just kind of dance around these planets a little bit until we find a store, hopefully. Clear the now. Quick check your sector. Everything's working. There's no ships. It's not what I cared. Yes! Okay, we're going to pop here. We can jump there easily, so we're going to go here to get some more scrap if needed. And then we'll move on to the next spot. Oh! Ooh, okay. The slugs here are used attack you hope you never see. They use a remote hacking system to sabotage your oxygen production. and then recharge your fire weapons, you're going to suffocate. Improved oxygen, try to squeeze some extra power to the system. Thankfully, your improved subsystem is able to counter their hacking through the deep ladder. Yes, it's barely functional, but that should keep us alive at least. Nice. Nice, we got that. All right. Power to the engines. Power to the great shooty shoot thingy. All right. Taken out their shield system. We have 12 missiles left to fire. Fire the lasers. Fire the missiles. Anyway. Nothing is like a ton of bricks when you're in a job situation when somebody goes, yeah, we were training you to do that, but we fucking changed our mind. But not even that. And there's nothing even as big as that. It's the moment when they go, we were not actually going to do it because you don't have enough experience. Not even like we were trying to get you enough experience or anything along that matter. Just no. So I was devastated and hurt because I was so excited about trying out to do this process. Oh yeah, we're hitting it with the big fire. Boo, boo, boo. Pew, pew, pew. Nice. Okay. Duelators is down. Whole beam is up. Fire the lasers. Alright, we're going to try to find if we can fire it through 4 rooms right now. Oh, yeah, we can. Boom, bitches. So you just hear the oh in the background with the sound. Anywho's, you have that opportunity. You're all excited about doing it, and suddenly they take the damn opportunity away from you when you actually thought you had it, but you never did because they were never really... you know, weren't planning to put you in the position to get you that job in the first place. And that's just kind of emotionally damaging because you're like, God damn it, guys. Like, I trusted you. Why would I have any reason not to? The final one goes like this. And then we'll go into the moral of the story. Which is that I was working for a guy and we had some lead up to work with them. And then, oh, look at all these options. Vulcan, chain Vulcan. This laser takes a long time to warm up. Each time it fires, it decreases the cooldown, eventually able to take down any amount of shields. Chain power, faster charge. Change charge cap, 11 shots per charge, 1. Oh, 1.1. Fire chance low. That's interesting. So it gets faster and faster. This fire does no hull damage, so it cannot pierce any amount of shields. Whole laser does deal double damage to hit a room that does not have a system. Interesting. Alright. I believe that's what we are using as well right now. We're using whole beam rather than whole laser. Interesting. Gotcha. Explosive replicator. Interesting. 50% chance of not using a missile. That's kind of awesome. Shield charge. Boost the shield's recharge by 50%. Man, we might want to buy a couple of those side things. What's our page 2 have? Oh, it has a teleporter. I love teleporters. They're a fantastic way to attack internally, which is, you know, you see me do that all the time. It's also great because towards like the final boss fight, it's really nice to have like someone who can attack internally. I mean, because you can take out weapons that way and just try to survive with your shield systems. Let's see, how much crew do we have? We have room for 1 more crew. And you know what? I'm gonna get to more of this story, and then we're gonna add more to this. So, anyway, this final one, I worked with this company a little bit, and 2 weeks into working with them, they fired me. The conversation about why they fired me, you know, of course you're gonna be curious because I was working till late that night before, and I asked what happened, and the guy's like, "Well, we don't like what you're doing. We don't think you're part of this culture." And the problem is that I'd asked, and all the things that were cited were things that I had asked if they were okay, and I received permission. So, you know, working with it, you know, what is in common with all these 3 stories is basically we have the first person who reacts angry at me for something I couldn't control. The second person tells me, you know what, we're going to do something for you, and months later just goes, no, I would never do that for you because you don't have the experience. It's like, why would you then do... Like, were you going to train me for it? Was that the plan? And it's like, oh, no, that training has nothing to do with this. Oh, I left that part out. The training they put me on, they didn't feel had anything to do with it, even though the whole plan was because that's what they told me the training would be. And then the final one is somebody who, instead of telling me what's wrong, just fired me outright without ever, and even after I'd requested permission to do the things. So they even let me do the things that they said they were firing me for. So it's like, what's going on? Now, these 3 stories I want to bring together because these people... Throughout my entire life, I'm going to have a hard time forgetting them. Because it's just like, what were you doing? Why did you do that to me? Now I want to tell this final story, and this is where the moral comes from. In middle school and high school, there was a girl who I'm going to call Jenny. Jenny had a crush on me. Jenny was a nice girl. Jenny is still a nice girl. I still know Jenny. Jenny had a crush on me. I didn't feel anything for her. She was a friend, and that was it. And the thing is honestly, she could have been more than one, but she just wasn't my type. It was entirely that shallow of a reason. Just, you're not for me. And Jenny, one time, read a poem of mine. Now, this poem, I went to her and asked her to read it. And this poem was to another girl I had a crush on. And I went, hey, Jenny, could you proofread this? Because I want that girl to like me. I knew Jenny had a crush on me. This poem, and, you know, Jenny's a middle school, or in high school girl. This happened in high school, I think, this poem. But, you know, she's 14, 15, and the boy she had a crush on says, please proofread the poem for the other girl that I like. That's just a terrible thing to ask someone to do. So I do this to her. And then there's another time when some other girls see us dancing at a school dance. And I'm dancing with Jenny because she's my friend. And they go, hey, you guys would make a cute couple. You know, because of course they knew Jenny had a crush on me. My response in my brilliant childhood mind was like, that was a pity dance. Like, I would dance with this girl because I felt bad for her. Like, what an asshole statement to make. Why? It's like, and she heard me say that. Like, she knew I had said it. It wasn't hidden. And finally, there was, you know, we were at parties or something, and I'd like put my arm around her, or she'd like touch my hand, and I'd like hold her hand. Like, what the fuck was wrong with me? I was so mean to this girl, telling her like, oh, I don't have any feelings for her. Look at these other things that I'm doing with other girls or whatnot. And when she had a crush on me, and I knew that was horrible. And in that moment, when I think back to it, my mind had no connection that what I was doing was really mean. It didn't go, okay, I'm an idiot for doing that. I am mean for doing that. It didn't even pop in my brain. It wasn't even there. And that's why there's a moral here. And the moral is that these three people in my life who stabbed me in the back are all great people. Or maybe they're shitty. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know them very well. But that's the point. I don't know them amazingly. I know the girl who, it was weird in the first story, she does charity and has helped people improve their lives for nothing in return. The second person, the job guy that I was talking about, he has actually picked people off the street and given them jobs and helped them with second chances. That's amazing. That is the kindest thing you can do. The final person has been a long-standing relation of friends that I know of, and it was recommended that we would meet and be a good mix for each other. Like, he clearly had good connections and people who liked him, and people who liked me and thought we would make a good team. And out of all of them, really weird, illogical shit happened. One got angry at me for something I can't control. Another one got, you know, set me up for something that they never planned to do. And a final one never told me what was wrong and just cut me off when they were tired of it. Even when they let me do it. But the thing is that final story is supposed to illustrate the fact that I was a person who sucked. I absolutely was. And maybe I still am for some people. Some people out there that I'm not even aware that I'm doing this to. And I try to be aware of this because, wow, it could happen to anyone. You could do it to anyone. And I don't really bring this up as like, oh, I should forgive those first three people. I mean, the point is what they did was still mean. And I like to use the term mean idiot because it's like they're mean, but they're not meaning to be mean. That's why they're idiots. I was a mean idiot in this middle school, high school story. I didn't really realize what I was doing, and it was very mean. So I'm stupid for missing it, and I'm a mean idiot. As these people were mean idiots to me. And if you find yourself with mean idiots like this, you don't have to necessarily let it go. The reason why it really got to me was because these were good people doing mean things to me. And I was like, is something wrong with me? Did I do something that was evil in the first place to cause them to act this way to me? Because, you know, they're nice to everyone else. What's up with me? Sometimes mean idiots are just mean idiots. They just happen. And it allows me to personally look at them and go, okay, that's just them. That happened. And I can let it go. Not necessarily forgive. Not go, okay, it's fine that they treated me that way. But just understand that it was all them. It was just them, and that's okay. And in the same way that in the case of my friend Jenny, who I think, yeah, Jenny was the name that I gave her for this story, who had a crush on me, it had nothing to do with her. It was just that I was a mean idiot. I didn't realize that I was being one. And in the same case, I could see that these other three people in the same way. So anyway, that's my soapbox moment. This is one that another thing where I talked about it because it's bringing some of these stories up. I shorten them, but sometimes just remembering them makes me angry. So anyway, may the ground rise to meet your feet, and the wind always be at your back, and the sun shine only your sexy, sexy faces, dudes. Thank you so much for watching. It really helps me out. It's very therapeutic to have you guys' opinions and thoughts during this process. So thank you. Love you all. You're super cool. See you later. Bye.